Dive 768 on the Rio de Janeiro Maru in Truk Lagoon. This was part of a week-long diving trip on the Truk Odyssey liveaboard from March 2025 and was the second dive we did on this wreck. Starting off on the hull, you can see the degaussing wires here, which were used to stop magnetic mines being triggered and were wrapped around the ship. The ship's lying on its side, so we headed over to what would have been the deck and then into what is known as the ballroom, a large open space, one of the larger spaces inside the wreck. We're following our guide in there, having a look down through some of the windows at the seabed below us, and through various passageways around the ballroom. As I said, this was a very large space, went down through several decks, and we could freely manoeuvre inside it. And there's looking back at the hall we made our way in from. Then we started heading down the corridors, a bit more narrow, but still a fair amount of room to manoeuvre here. And we've just got a Bluefin Trevally, which we managed to scare off, and it made its way down in front of us. Here we have a water filter unit, which you can see the word filter there, manufactured in Kobe, Japan. And then did a U-turn from that and back down the corridor, one level further down into the wreck. Here on the wall you could see some wood, and you could actually see the burn damage from when this part of the ship caught fire during the bombing of Operation Hailstorm. Down another corridor here, and again some fire damage evident on the wall, the blackened wall on the left there, and then the wood on the right. Briefly popped outside, seeing some scattered wreckage below us, before heading back into the wreck via another small corridor here. And we made our way into Hold C. This hold had several large gun barrels as well as some gun turrets, which you can see there, guide circling it. And these would have been spare gun barrels and turrets that would be mounted on the actual warships. There's a shot of the front of the gun and panning up to see the barrel and the turret behind it. Same thing again from a slightly different angle here, as well as some machinery which is now sat on top of it. And as we make our way further into the wreck, so towards the keel, we can see the coal store here, all scattered around what is now the bottom. Looking back out, you can see more of that gun turret. And some more coal as we make our way in and out of this hold. Here we have some bags of cement which have solidified after they've been down on the wreck for a long time, and there's another gun barrel further into the hold which we didn't go all the way in to see. Heading out of the wreck, some more Trevally around, now towards the bow, which is a bit more broken up. As you can see here, some more degaussing wires, as well as some Humbug Damselfish there. The bow of the wreck is quite heavily encrusted, although not as encrusted as certain wrecks in Truk. Swimming past some hard coral on the side of the wreck, a few small fish sheltering in there, and finishing the dive off with some Solander's Toby.